And welcome back again to your biology class. This is the third video session of chapter 4, classification of animals. In this video session we will be talking about the next two phyla, that is phylum Annelida and phylum Arthropoda. Okay, so let's begin today's video class. Okay, so students, look at the board. Now we will be talking about the phylum Annelida. The invertebrates who belong to this phylum Annelida, they are called segmented worms. Why? Because their body is divided into several ring-like segments. Okay, several ring-like segments. That's why they are also known as the segmented worms. And what are the other general characteristics of this type of invertebrates? Now, the body of the annelids are soft, long. See, they are long, and obviously they are segmented. They are found in moist soil, fresh water, and also in sea water. In their body, there is presence of true body cavity. Okay, they have true body cavity, and their body is divided into several ring-like segments like this, ring-like segments. Some of the interior body segments, they concentrate and they form head. Okay, they form the head of them. So some of the interior body segments concentrate to form the head. Locomotion by chitinous seta or parapodia. Now, what is the meaning of chitinous? Chitinous means it contains chitin. Chitin is a nitrogen containing protective and semi-transparent hard substance. Okay, so their locomotory organ, that is the seta or parapodia. Here it is the picture of an annelid, that is Nereis, and this is the locomotory organ. It is the parapodia. It is the parapodia, or you can say seta. Spelling is SETAE, seta. Okay, so their locomotory organ is chitinous seta or parapodia. Excretion is through some special tubes, and they are called nephridia. Okay, so in annelids, excretion takes place through some special tubes, and they are called nephridia. See the picture. Okay, and they also have tentacles. In Nereis, you can see they also have tentacles. Some other examples of annelids, they are earthworm, leech, and also see the actual picture of Nereis. Okay, so this is all about the phylum Annelida. Now, in your book, see, there is a comparison between three kinds of worms. Okay, in the previous video session, we had a discussion about phylum Platyhelminthes or the flatworms, and also we have discussed about phylum Nemathelminthes or phylum Nematoda, or they are also known as the roundworms. So there is a comparison between the three kinds of worms. They are flatworms, roundworms and segmented worms. Okay, so this is very important question. So mark this with your pencil. It is there in page number 42. On the basis of body shape, what will be the difference between these kind of three worms? Flat worms are flat, round worms are thread-like or cylindrical in shape, and segmented worms or the annelids, they are also cylindrical and they are elongated. Okay. On the basis of segmentation, what will be the difference between these three types of worms? Flatworms and roundworms, we know that they are unsegmented. They do not have any type of ring-like segments, right? They are unsegmented, but the segmented worms or the annelids, their body is divided into several ring-like segments. On the basis of the opening of gut, what will be the difference between these three types of worms? Remember, flatworms, they have only one opening, only single opening is there, right? And that single opening acts as a mouth as well as the anus. That is, they take in food and they throw waste through the same opening, right? In roundworms, there are two openings. One is the mouth and another is the anus. So one is for taking the food and another is for throwing out the undigested waste respectively, right? So the roundworms, they have two openings, and the segmented worms or the annelids, they also have two openings. So flatworms only have a single opening, and roundworms and segmented worms, both of them have two openings. On the basis of excretory cells, what will be the difference between these three types of worms? Flatworms, name of their excretory cells are phlegm cells. Roundworms do not have any specialized excretory cells in them, but the segmented worms or the annelids, they have some special tubes for their excretion, which is called nephridia. Okay, so these are the differences between flatworms, roundworms and segmented worms. One important information: earthworms are annelids, right? They live in the burrows made in the moist soil during daytime. During night, they come out of their burrows. They feed on the dead organic matter which is present in the soil, and the undigested material is ingested in the form of small pellets. Because of their feeding habits, the earthworms have been used in compost pits to make manure. This is known as the vermicomposting. Okay, earthworms are also highly useful for agriculture, and that's why they are called farmer's friend. The waste released by the earthworms improves the fertility of the soil, and their burrows which they make, they help in entry of the air and moisture into the soil, which is very good for the soil. And in this way, the earthworm, they help in the growth of roots. Now we will move to our next phylum, that is phylum Arthropoda. Now we will be talking about the phylum Arthropoda. First, I I will give you the examples of this phylum. They include ants, moth, cockroaches, spiders, prawn, etc. Okay, now we will learn their general characteristics. The arthropods are the animals of jointed limbs, and arthropods, perhaps they are the largest group of animals. Okay, so phylum Arthropoda include animals of jointed limbs and perhaps the largest group of animals. This is one important point. They are present everywhere. Arthropods are the first animals. Remember, they are the first animals which have paired and movable appendages with joints. Okay, so they have jointed legs. They have a segmented body covered by a hard covering, and it is called the exoskeleton. The next characteristics of phylum Arthropoda is their body is generally segmented into three parts: head, thorax and abdomen. So the body of the arthropods are segmented into three parts: the head, thorax and abdomen. Okay, see the picture. Next is the interior part of the body of the arthropods forms distinct head having sense organs. Okay, and the skeleton in them is in the form of exoskeleton and chitinous. Chitinous means it is made up of chitin, and chitin is a nitrogenous tough protective substance. Okay, so you can say it is the principal component of the arthropod skeleton. Okay, next is the body cavity of the arthropods is reduced and filled with blood, and this is called hemocoel. Hemocoel. So the body cavity of the arthropods, it is reduced and filled with blood, and this is called hemocoel. Respiration is by gills, trachea, both lungs, etc. See the pictures. Sexes are separate in arthropods. Now we will see some pictures of arthropods. First one is Periplaneta americana. That is the scientific name of cockroach. Next is Musca indica, and it is the scientific name of housefly. After that, mosquito, and it is the picture of Anopheles mosquito. Next, it is the picture of prawn, then scorpion and honeybee. All are the examples of phylum Arthropoda. Okay, so here we end today's biology class. I hope all the concepts are clear to you. Take care, students. Stay safe and keep learning. Thank you.